Coming up, 5 ways that you can stay true to yourself while making a living as a goth. So how does one commit to being a goth as an adult? Can you even call yourself a goth still if your job requires a more professional appearance? And where the heck can you get a job without selling yourself out? Well, first of all, let's get one thing straight here. It's not selling yourself out. We all have to work to make a living, so we can put food on the table, pay our rent. It's a matter of survival for us. And when you really think about it, everyone has to look differently at work than what they would look like in their day-to-day lives. I mean, I can't wear sweatpants to my job, can you? Being a professional does not mean that you must submit your goth card forever. However, if it is that important to you to look the part at all costs, look for places that want business casual. That allows you to look professional, but also sneak in a couple of subtle details from your gothy passions. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the corporate goth. What the shell? The corporate goth. What the hell is that? The corporate goth is a more toned down, professional, more subdued version of yourself. It allows you to show off your dark roots, but also maintain your job and keep your livelihood. So here are 5 ways that you can stay true to yourself while making a living. Number 1, solid colors are your friend. As it happens, black is a very professional color. It's slimming, it's sleek, and many different styles come in solid black for the professional workplace. If your employer is asking for more color in your wardrobe, try a nice deep shade of purple or crimson, whatever they allow. And don't shy away from the navy. Honestly, it's almost black, and nobody can say that navy is unprofessional. Number 2, subtle patterns. If solid colors aren't for you, or you want to mix it up a little, try subtle patterns. Nothing that's too bright and in your face, but hang on, I'll show you. This is one of my shirts I wear at work. It's very subtly patterned. It's a nice gray, gloomy color, but if you look closer, it's Harry Potter. I found this shirt at Target. It was inexpensive. I'm all about the budget, and my work loves it, so that's a good one. There's also this one. This one's actually navy, and everyone compliments me about this one. For some reason, anchors is a thing these days. But yeah, that looks very professional. I have a thing for these collared shirts for some reason. No one can argue about the collared shirts. And again, no one can say that navy is unprofessional. Both of those were inexpensive. Both of them were from Target, but I do have one more. Now this one may depend on your workplace. Mine loves it. But here it is. It's very Beetlejuicy. I like the little black spatters all over it. My employer digs it. I like it a lot. And it's comfy. I also had this idea. It's like a paisley, but instead of paisley, it's just kraken tentacles. Somebody do this. I don't know how. I will give you all of my money. Number 3, makeup. For this, it's mostly all in the eyes. You want to tone it down, not be like all eyeliner and, crazy jagged patterns, but my job, they like what I do here, where it's just the regular black, and I put bronze over it, so it's not just a stark black color, but the bronze kind of brings out the blue in my eyes a bit more, and I get a lot of compliments about that. The eyeshadow I have is from 7-Eleven, of all places. It's about $4.99 for it, and it has like 5 shades. There's a really black, there's a dark blue that's almost black, which I use for my eyebrows. It has the bronze, the white, which I fill in between here, and then there's a silver color I haven't really touched much of, but I mean, it's there if you want it. For the lips, this is the Pretty Zombie color Vamp. It goes on smoothly, stays on most of the day unless you're like eating a lot of oily foods. I'm sure I've mentioned this before. And you can shape it because it goes on so thick, you can overdraw and you don't really see the original lip shape. Shades of red are usually acceptable in the workplace. I mean, most people can't argue with a good shade of red. This might be a little too dark for some offices, but this company has many shades to choose from. You don't have to use this one, use whatever. Red is pretty goth though. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Obviously, you don't have to do the white face. I usually leave that at home because it gets on everything, and if I like rub my face, it just comes off. Part of being autistic is you get like fidgety, and I fidget a lot with my facial area, so I try to avoid the foundation when I'm at work, but that's all up to you. Number 4, the hair. Obviously, your boss wants a professional hair color, and as it happens, black is a good natural hair color to have. If you don't want black, you know, you can be a fiery redhead. I don't know what's going on with this little Free Willy fin, but probably don't want to do that at your professional work, but my job doesn't care. Ooh, L'Oreal has a black dye called Starry Night. Actually, I will show you. It's this one. Starry Night. And I like this a lot because although it's a black dye, it actually has a very blue like sheen to it. Kind of like a crow feather. If you work somewhere with darker lighting, you can use that to have like a slight color to your dark hair. However, if you work with like fluorescent lights in an office, they might take notice a little more, so be careful, use caution with that one. Number 5. Now this is where you can truly shine, because most offices don't really have that many rules against bracelets, necklaces, stuff like that. So, you know, wear a pendant, like little silhouettes, wear like layered bracelets, wristwatches with fancy bands if you're allowed. I have this cool bracelet that I got from Epcot. It's a little snake. I wear that one quite a bit. I'm picky about what kind of accessories I wear because of skin sensitivity, but there's a lot of subtle things you can do, like little floral rose patterns or skulls or thorns or bats or whatever. You can work that into your earrings with like the blood red teardrops. As long as it's not, you know, if you're in food service, obviously they don't want you wearing anything too dangly or anything that'll come off into the food. But if you're in an office, generally, from what I understand, they don't really care as much about earrings. But I mean, go with your work guidelines. See where you can sneak your personality in a little bit there. And a bonus 6. I know I said 5, but here's a 6th one. Behavior. Be open about your interests with your work colleagues. Everyone talks about sports and going out to parties and getting hammered and stuff, but I mean, what do you like to do? What books do you like to read? What kind of art do you enjoy? Come into work playing some of your goth music. Get people interested, get people curious. Introduce them to it. There are plenty of hits from the 80s and 90s that might even bring someone back. Music tends to bring people together, you know? Just be yourself. That's most important. Even if you cannot wear a single hint of goth on your person, you're still yourself. Be yourself. So in closing, no, you don't have to forfeit being a goth in order to be a professional, in order to have a job, in order to be an adult. And I admit that's something that prevented me from diving fully into it for a long time, because I was like, how do people do it? But you know, you're not at work 100% of your time. You have your days off, and that's when you can truly shine. So do the thing. If that's what you really want, do it. I feel like I should leave a disclaimer here. Moody Weather is not responsible for any jobs lost due to the careless application of these 5-6 tips. Use your best judgment. But hey, if you get fired, you can always look for a not crappy job that doesn't judge you for who you are. Like, I don't know,